stealthy footstep was almost inaudible, but to the wilderness-honed ears of the Gale, it was as loud as a trumpet call. Pivoting on a heel, leading with Gibault, he saw a slender figure part the reeds bordering the riverbank. Like him, the figure was draped head to toe in a hooded cloak. Lowering the spear, he strode forward aggressively.
Where were you today, Fand? I was censured by Connor himself.
Long, delicate fingers reached up and gently pressed themselves against his lips.
Hush, beloved. You did dwell on your own. You exposed the furbolgs for what they are, and Valor's complicity. You did not need my counsel.
Cain pulled down the woman's hood to reveal a beautiful face that wasn't completely human. She had huge, slanted eyes, as big in proportion to her high-boned face as those of a cat. They were the sparkling blue of mountain meltwater, and he had always found them beautiful, despite, or maybe because of, the feline pupils. Her lips were full and pouting, her skin a smooth alabaster with a tinge of blue. The thick, wavy hair, hanging loose along the side of her face, bore tiger stripes of black and blonde. Her small ears swept up and back to points.
We can no longer meet. The rumors about us have put my credibility and honor in question. I cannot continue to hurt my wife like this, nor you, your husband. Twice he has sent assassins against me.
Bright anger flared in Fand's huge eyes, then darkened to sorrow.
Yes, you are right. The Danann are no longer pleasing in the sight of men. The time of my race has passed, our science and boons forgotten. The belief in the power of the White Christ will soon sweep us all away into history. We have no choice but to stand aside and allow humanity to chart its own course, determine its own destiny. The Danann will retreat into realms invisible, unseen by the eyes of man.
Cain's heart jerked in pain to a tragic sense of loss, yet he knew she spoke truly. The old world and the ancient ways were in wane, entering a twilight time, and the mad love they shared could not arrest the tide of change. A smile suddenly creased Fand's lips, as sudden as a shaft of brilliant sunlight bursting through dark cloud cover.
But still, we have this night.
Her fingers undid the silver clasp at her throat, and the cloak fell away, slithering down her slim body. As always, Cain's eyes drank in the feline grace and beauty of her form. Fand took his hands and placed them over her small but perfectly shaped breasts. The gem-hard nipples pressed against his calloused palms. Her immense eyes focused on his, seeming to pour her own desires and passions into him. Cain had often wondered if Fand had indeed seduced him with her powers, enchanted him with a love Giesa, as others had accused. True, she was not completely human, but as he knew from delirious experience, she was more than human enough. Sliding a leg between his thighs, she pressed her lips against his with such violence, Cain went down on the soft grass, half smothered by a flurry of bruising kisses. He tried to dredge up his last scrap of will to push her aside, but she had ever been a tigress in her passions, stronger than most men. Fand put a hand between their bodies and beneath his kilt. He felt her sharp-nailed fingers close tightly on his rigid shaft. Cain raised his pelvis and arched his back. A roaring madness engulfed him, driving away all rational thoughts, all concerns for the future. Tearing off his clothes, Cain struggled to his knees. Fand released him and fell backward on the grass, arms upflung and legs open. Cain fell forward, arching his back to drive his